After a shocking summer sizzler, it was all change in Revolution Pro Wrestling headed into Sheffield this past Sunday with, among other things, a brand new undisputed British heavyweight champion. As we got down to business in Sheffield with the latest match in the Great British Tag League, a Block A contest featuring the Flying Bryant brothers, Xander and Leland, against GYV, the grizzled young veteran, Zach Gibson and James Drake. Gibson and Drake already with 3 points on the board after a victory at Summer Sizzler over the Young Guns. The Bryants, meanwhile, unsuccessful in their first contest, so it was do or die for them with only one more match to come after this one. Inevitably, though, GYV, with such superior experience, were the overwhelming favourites going into the match, and despite a typically courageous effort from both Xander and Leland, the result in the end, a double code breaker, securing the win for GYV, who get 2 wins out of 2 in Block A. They're now up to 6 points, and the Bryant brothers, with 0 points on the board and only one match left, they are now mathematically unable to make the finals of the Great British Tag League at the 13th anniversary weekend in August. The month of July started here in RevPro with a shock victory in London for young Archie Cole over Robbie X, since which time tensions between those two have been rising. X took Cole out of action in Coventry right before a tag team match that was supposed to feature the two men, and then on Friday night at Summer Sizzler, Cole instrumental in costing X his match against the Beast Mortis. These two men had to go one-on-one again to settle their differences, but X finally securing the win with one of his trademark moves, the 888 Express, off of the top for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Trent Seven was on a winning streak coming into Sheffield after wins in his last 2 matches against both members of Sunshine Machine. The most recent of those wins, though, featuring a shocking aftermath as Chuck Mambo assisted Cooper in attacking Seven after the bell. Seven, no doubt, still somewhat shaken by that as he headed into action in Sheffield against Jay Joshua. And this was a match that featured all of the physicality that you would expect from a heavyweight showdown between Seven and Joshua. Jay Joshua with a gotch pile driver, and just a few moments later, Joshua announced the winner after securing an impressive pinfall win against the leader of the Trent Seven Army. Coming out of his war against Ricky Knight Jr. at Summer Sizzler, Michael Oku was far from 100%, and Slater, the wily veteran from the start, realizing that given the trauma that had been suffered by the head and neck of Michael Oku, it was smart to focus on that body part. That's what he did throughout much of the match. Oku looking vulnerable but also frustrated after what happened 2 nights previously, and it turned out that both physically and perhaps emotionally it was too soon for Michael Oku to return to the ring, because Oku finally able to lock Liam Slater in the half crab. Slater then grabbed the bottom rope, which should have forced the break, but Oku refusing to release the hold by the referee's count of 5. The official then had no option but to call for the bell, disqualifying Oku and giving the win to Liam Slater.
Your strongest element isn't here tonight. Where is she? Hey, where is Amira? Where is your girlfriend? She's not here because she's scared of you.
There was singles action to start the second half as Zoe Lucas went one-on-one with Alexis Falcon. Falcon making her return to RevPro after over a year away. Lucas's first singles match since February, and a highly competitive match it was between those two, until Lucas able to outsmart Falcon to get her shoulders down to the canvas for the 1-2-3. Unfortunately, though, Falcon did not take the defeat well, attacking Lucas after the closing bell. And then, to everyone's surprise, despite the fact that she'd been medically ordered to rest, Lucas's tag team partner Amira ran down to the ring to help her, but after hitting a couple of moves on Falcon, Amira seemed to experience some difficulty with her balance. Falcon, in fairness, did not see that and then struck Amira one more time before Lucas intervened on medics entering the ring, offering some much-needed assistance to Amira. Up next, the second Great British Tag League match of the night, this time a Block B contest between Mark True and Kieran Lacey against the Sons of Southampton, JJ Gale and David Francisco. A rematch of a contest that these two teams had in Southampton. just a short while ago, and the Sons of Southampton able to repeat the result from that previous match. They needed a win here, having lost to CPF in their opening Block B match at Summer Sizzler, and they got one, with Francisco lifting his opponent onto his shoulders, giving the assist to Gale as Gale hit the Gale Force off of the middle rope. An innovative tag team move, securing a much-needed 3 points in that Great British Tag League for the Sons of Southampton. Fresh off a victory over Jay Joshua on Friday night, Shah Samuels was back in singles action in Sheffield against Joshua's tag team partner, Connor Mills. It was the same result here in Sheffield as Samuels picking up the win over Connor Mills. There remains a great deal of respect between Mills and Samuels. We saw that after the match, but there is certainly no respect between Samuels and Ricky Knight Jr., the new undisputed British heavyweight champion, who came out to the ring after the match.
When I walk past, that's the first time your kids are going to see a real hero. That's the first time your wife is going to see a real man.
RKJ ended up hitting a series of Rikishi drivers both on Shah Samuels and on his protege Harry. RKJ leaving both men lying as he made an enormous statement ahead of that anniversary weekend. And so came our main event, as for the second time this weekend, Los Tranquilos de Japón, Tetsuya Naito and Bushi were in action, this time against Joe Lando and Danny Black of CPF. CPF taking on two men who they have idolized as they've entered the wrestling industry, and gave Los Tranquilos one hell of a fight. But perhaps it was written in the stars how this one would end. The Destino from Naito. The 1, 2, 3. Naito and Bushi with a win to remember to close out our action in Sheffield.
Bushi y Naito. Nosotros, los tranquilos.
RevPro keeps on rolling on. We are back live in London this coming Sunday, August 3rd at the 229 for the final time before heading to Berlin for Double Impact the following weekend, then Southampton on August 17th, and then that 13th anniversary weekend, August 22nd and 23rd in Crystal Palace. RevolutionProWrestling.com, the place to go for tickets and information about all of those events. We hope to see you there. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw, and this was your RevPro Recap.